If you're between 4 and 8 weeks out from your total knee replacement, you've made it to the next big milestone. By now, the worst of the early swelling is likely going down, and it's time to move from just protecting your knee to building real strength, reducing your limp, and getting your full knee range of motion back. Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm a licensed physical therapist, and today we're going to safely level up your exercises to get you moving confidently again. Before we start the exercises, we need to cover 3 simple safety rules for this stage. First, you want to keep a quiet knee. This means your exercises should never cause a sharp spike in your pain or make your knee swell up. If it does, you need to back off. We're still going to avoid any jumping or twisting. We're strictly avoiding the high impact movements such as running, deep squats, and sudden twisting. You want to watch your knee alignment. Whenever you're standing on your leg, make sure your kneecap points straight forward over your toes. Don't let your knee cave inward. In the early weeks, we practiced tightening the thigh muscles while lying down. Now we're doing it while sitting up to build more strength. Slowly straighten your leg out in front of you, squeezing the top of your thigh tightly at the very top. Hold it for about 2 seconds and slowly lower it down. For all of the strengthening exercises we're doing today, you can start with 2 sets of 10 repetitions. A stable knee actually starts with strong hips. Loop a light resistance band around your ankles and hold on to a kitchen counter or a sturdy chair for support. Keep your body completely upright and kick your legs straight out to the side, keeping your toes pointed forward and your hips level as you're doing these. Once you've done 10 repetitions, kick straight back behind you for hip extension. As you're doing these, make sure you don't arch your back. You should feel this in the glutes, not your back. Last, we'll kick forward. This strengthens the hip flexors, which tend to be weak after surgery. Try not to lean your body as you move your leg, and remember to keep your toes pointing straight ahead. To help you move around your home and neighborhood, we need to practice stepping. Find a low step, about 6 inches high, and make sure you have a countertop or a chair to hold on to. Step leading up with your surgical leg 10 times. Next, practice stepping down slowly and with control, keeping your surgical leg on the step. Getting this movement smooth without knee wobbling is a huge goal for this phase. It's important to use a lower step with this because you likely don't have enough range of motion to control the descent from a higher step. Put your surgical leg on a stair or a step and gently bend your knee. When you get to a point where you feel a good stretch without significantly increasing your pain, hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat this 5 times. Other stretches that are important are calf stretches. We'll start by stretching the gastrocnemius, which is the bigger muscle. Put the foot of the surgical leg back, keeping the heel down as you bend your front knee. Hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 3 times. Next, we want to target the soleus muscle, which is under the gastroc. To do this, we'll slightly bend the knee of the leg we are stretching and hold it to 20 to 30 seconds like we did before. If you're still struggling to get your knee completely straight, gravity can help. Lie face down on your bed with your legs extended so that your kneecaps hang just past the very edge of the mattress. Completely relax your legs and let gravity pull it straight down. If you find this is too difficult, you can try putting a towel roll just above your knee and lie on your stomach with more support. Hold this stretch for about 5 minutes if you can, taking breaks as needed. Surgery can temporarily disrupt your body's natural sense of balance, which is why practicing safely is our next goal. Stand at your kitchen counter or near a sturdy chair and place both hands lightly on the surface. Lift your non-surgical foot slightly off the floor, standing only on your surgical leg. Keep your hands hovering just an inch above the counter so that you can instantly catch yourself if you wobble. Try to hold this steady for 10 seconds. Practice this for just a few minutes each day to rebuild your confidence, and always make sure your physical therapist has cleared you to try this. Our final exercise isn't a stretch, it's a deliberate practice to fix your walking pattern and reduce your limp. I want you to take a few slow steps right now and focus on three specific phases. First, land firmly on your heel. Second, roll smoothly through the middle of your foot. Third, push off with your toes with a completely straight knee. Practicing this mindful heel toe pattern is the secret to safely transition away from canes and walkers once your therapist gives you the all clear. Once your doctor clears you for more advanced exercises, click on this video right here. This is where we'll look at the next phase. I'll see you there.